Tesla is offering some all-new insane deals and discounts on Model Y, but is this all just a trick to clear out inventory before new models come? Should you buy right now, or should you wait for Juniper? Plus, speaking of the new Model Y Juniper, new images have surfaced allegedly showing the inside and outside of this all-new model. Plus, Tesla is now allowing you to pay to unlock more range instantly if you want to cough up the money. This has been a wild and crazy couple of days in the world of Tesla news. Let me break down all the Tesla news you need to know about, tell you about some new discounts and deals, and of course about the new Model Y leaks, because they just keep getting crazier and they do not stop. Also, a huge thanks to Masterworks for sponsoring this video. So there's a lot of controversial Tesla news we've got to get into in this video, and I want to start first with one that's a bit cooler than others, and I say cooler to say, temperature-wise, because I'm talking about the all-new climate control page that Tesla has just released. I know I'm not very good at those transitions. Basically, you can see here a side-by-side of the old climate control page with the new one. And when we had heard rumors that Tesla was sort of revamping this, a lot of us were hoping for a much better and feature-packed sort of redesign, and instead what we got were some slight tweaks that I'm not convinced are all that much more functional. Basically, a lot of the controls have now moved down to the bottom. What's also been controversial over the last couple of days is an all-new paid offering allowing many owners to basically unlock more range in their Teslas if they're willing to pay. There's a new sort of add-on to your Tesla called the Energy Boost. You can sort of buy this within the app. And what this will do is unlock either 50 miles of range for $1,600 or 30 miles of range for $1,000, basically giving you more range out of your current Tesla. Now, a couple of caveats to this. While you do unlock more range, you're not getting any extra performance, so it's not like you're getting the acceleration boost plus more range. This is just strictly a range unlock. And also, this is currently only available for those owners who have a Model Y rear-wheel drive, and the amount of range you can get, I guess, depends on the battery chemistry. I'm not really sure what the difference is between spending $1,000 to get 30 miles and $600 more to get an extra 20. It's sort of very weird, and the internet is very split on whether this is a good offering or not. Now, some people will appreciate sort of having that option if they want to unlock more range, and some are under the mindset that, hey, I'd rather be able to sort of have the range and pay for it if I need to, but I'm not going to pay for it if I don't need to. But others are saying the fact that this sort of functionality is there and Tesla is locking it behind an artificial paywall just doesn't sit well for many Tesla owners around the world who would rather just Tesla release this as a free update and not make you pay at least $1,000 to get a bit more range. Let me know down below if you think this is a good move or not, and if you would pay to unlock more range in your Tesla. And just to be clear, to sort of give a little context, this is not the first time we've seen Tesla do pay to unlock range or pay to unlock features. You might remember back when the Model 3 first launched, there was a standard range version that Tesla was for a while allowing you to upgrade different components of, even paying to unlock more range. There was also, for a very brief amount of time, a standard range Model S and Model X that was very short-lived that also was a software lock version. And then, of course, many Teslas over the years, including the Standard Range Plus, and I think some others, allow you to pay to unlock certain features, whether that was things like heated seats or acceleration or even more range. They have been behind a paywall before. So this is not the first time we've seen this happen, but definitely has sparked some controversy within the Tesla community. Speaking of Model S and Model X, there's been chatter for at least a year now about a potential refresh for these vehicles, bringing features like interior RGB ambient lighting, a front bumper camera, maybe steer-by-wire and 48-volt architecture. There could be a lot of cool stuff coming to Model S and Model X, and while Tesla did make a change recently, it was not a good change. Tesla actually raised the price of every variant of Model S and Model X by $2,000, and at the same time, gave us no new features. No front bumper camera, no RGB ambient lighting, no change at all, not even bringing plaid seats over to Model X plaid, just raise the price $2,000. You would think that in order to generate some sales around Model X and Model S, Tesla would do things like what they've done in the past, which is drop prices, but there are definitely many different demand levers they can pull and different discounts and sales they can activate. which is exactly what they've recently done. This is a really interesting promotion going on right now that is unique and I don't think something we've ever seen before. And it's a special promo for a couple of reasons and a couple of different vehicles. One is there's a couple of new promos happening for Model Y, but also there's a special promo right now happening for the Model 3 Performance and also for the Model X Long Range. And don't get me wrong, these discounts are nice to see from Tesla, but also at the same time, I know that I and many of you, pretty much I think everyone, is just not a fan of the sort of pay-to-play thing where you've got to pay to unlock certain features your car already has, especially when everything in our lives is already getting more expensive, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you, there's a lot of economic uncertainty going on right now. So it's no surprise that Bank of America just found that more than 80% of young rich investors want to adapt their portfolios for a new age of volatility, with all of them wanting to invest in one specific alternative asset, and that's fine art. What about the rest of us? Those that don't have millions and millions of dollars to buy this fine art or the connections in the art world, that is exactly where longtime friend and sponsor of the channel Masterworks comes in, because they are totally changing the game when it comes to art investing. You can now make this part of your diversification journey thanks to Masterworks' platform, and don't worry, you don't need millions of dollars or these underground connections. Masterworks' art investing platform has already distributed back a total of over $60 million in investor proceeds across their 23 exits. Yep, that's right, folks. Masterworks investors have already realized net annualized returns of 17.6%, 17.8%, and 21.5%, just to name a few. Because once Masterworks files an offering circular with the SEC, they open blue chip paintings to investors in the form of offering shares. This way, it totally works for you because you can diversify into different artworks and totally control the amount of money you're investing. And now Masterworks has not only opened this up sort of for everyone, but they have totally changed the way that art investing works and have really legitimized a great option for everyday investors like me and you. With some of their previous offerings, including legendary artists like Picasso, Basquiat, and Banksy, it's no surprise they're nearing over $1 billion in total invested capital across their 400 offered works with over 900,000 members. And as you can imagine, especially right now, these offerings are extremely popular. Some have sold out in literally minutes, but thanks to the special relationship that I have with Masterworks, they're gonna allow me to sort of give you guys a special offer where you can skip the normal waitlist and get instant access right now. All you've got to do is scan the QR code on screen or hit the link right down below in the description to get started. So get started and get instant access right now by clicking that link down below or scanning the QR code on screen. Of course, I don't have to remind you that right now is probably, with all the stuff going on, probably a good time to diversify your investing portfolio, and Masterworks makes this so simple. So check it all out at the link down below. Of course, past sales and offering demand are not indicative of future results. Investing involves risk. You can check out important Regulation A disclosures at masterworks.com/CD. Now, both of these models qualify for the $7,500 federal tax credit, which basically means you can take nearly $8,000 off the price of the vehicle, but they're approaching the ceiling and the limit of those discounts, so there's very few changes you can make, if any, to these vehicles in order to get the vehicle but still have it qualify for the federal tax credit. And what Tesla is now doing is making a bit of a deal with new Tesla owners, saying that if you buy full self-driving for $8,000, we're gonna give you an option for free. On the Model 3 Performance side, if you buy full self-driving, you can get any color of Model 3 for free, including Ultra Red, which would normally be a $2,000 upgrade. And on the Model X side, if you buy full self-driving, you can get any seat configuration totally for free. And again, you can get all these things while the vehicles will still qualify for the full credit, because full self-driving does not count against the MSRP of the vehicle. So you basically are spending $8,000 to save $7,500 and also get some extra freebies in there as well. So for example, to sort of do this in real time and show you how this works, if you were to buy a Model 3 Performance and you wanted it to qualify for the federal tax credit, you have to keep it under a certain amount of money. But if you spend $8,000 on full self-driving, you still will qualify for these $7,500 in savings. So it's basically like you spent $500 to get full self-driving. Plus now you can get any color you want for free. So if you wanted to go Ultra Red, for example, normally would be a $2,000 option, you basically got that for free. So it's basically like you spent $500 to get full self-driving Plus, now you've got access to any color you want. Not necessarily a bad deal, but it's way better on the Model X side, actually. While it would be nice to get free colors on Model X, this upgrade is way more interesting because while you spend $8,000 to get full self-driving, you save $7,500, so basically you're like at $500 additional out of pocket, but also you can get any seat configuration for free, including the upgrade to the captain's chairs, the 6-seat configuration, which on its own is normally a $6,500 premium upgrade that you would not get otherwise, which in this case, you sort of get for free. Kind of, sort of, the way you sort of configure the numbers around here isn't exactly free, but you sort of get what I'm saying. So basically, you're getting $14,500 worth of potential upgrades by only spending $500, but again, that is if you qualify fully for the federal tax credit, because that's sort of the secret sauce in all this. But assuming you do, you get full self-driving, a 6-seat configuration, $14,500 worth of features, and only you're out of pocket $500. Pretty interesting different upgrade options here that again are special to Model 3 Performance or Model X Long Range. And of course, in addition to that, Tesla has brought back a fan favorite, a special low percentage point APR discount here of 1.99% for Model Y. So if you want to buy a Model Y and you are bummed out that you missed the low APR promotion going on, that's now back for a limited time and you can take advantage of it right now. And to sort of recap all the different promotions Tesla has going on right now, there is the 1.99% APR rate on Model Y. There's that special Model 3, Model X promotion with full self-driving. There is free unlimited supercharging if you buy an S, X, 3, or Y through August 15th. And there is free full self-driving transfer if you take delivery by September 30th. So a lot of different Tesla delivery incentives you can take advantage of right now. Again, it's those demand levers being pulled to try to get people to take delivery and buy new Teslas. And as exciting as all that is, though, if you're looking at the Model Y, this is where things get difficult because there's two different paths you can take. You can, of course, jump on all the incentives and savings and free supercharging and free full self-driving and low APR and buy a Model Y right now and take advantage of some great savings. Or you can put all that on hold, wait for the Model Y Juniper, and get a brand new Model Y with tons of new features and lots of big upgrades, but have to wait and potentially have to spend a little bit more money. And all this is happening while the Model Y Juniper continues to allegedly leak. Now, we did get a legitimately real shot of the Model Y sort of camouflaged here in testing. We see the front bumper camera here. That is super exciting. And I should mention 2 other photos have been sent to me and sort of have been making the rounds over the last couple of days. One appears to show a Model Y Juniper camouflage in a parking lot, though from what I've heard, this is most likely a Model 3. It could be a Model Y, but probably a Model 3 to sort of based on the height here. And then another image is showing the inside of what appears to be a Model Y Juniper, but again, many are saying it's just a Model 3 that's sort of been Photoshopped and stretched. Now, granted, a Model Y Juniper interior is basically going to be the same as the Model 3 Highland interior, so you can sort of just mix and match these to be what you want, but these photos have largely been debunked, though because they've been sent around a lot to me, thought I'd sort of share them with you as the latest alleged Model Y Juniper refresh photos because, hey, they could turn out to be true, thought I'd share them. Now, in terms of whether you should buy now or wait, I get this question every single day, so let me boil it down to 3 quick points here that I would give as my recommendation on whether you should buy now or wait. Point number 1 is price. If you are super concerned about price and you're looking at the discounts and the deals and the low APR and the full self-driving transfer and all that stuff, and you're thinking this is too good to pass up, then you might want to buy right now because we have no idea with Tesla where prices are going to go. Prices will likely go up with the new Juniper refresh. We don't know how much they're going to go up, but they likely will go up. And I'm sure that once the new Model Y comes out, the discounts and deals will be gone. So if these discounts are most appealing to you, then I would recommend taking advantage of it right now because we don't know when it's going to end. Though if you are a fan of having a newer looking car with tons of new features, then I would certainly wait for Model Y Juniper because again, like I mentioned before, we're getting a new exterior design change. We're getting an improved driving experience. We're getting what should be a really amazing Model Y performance. We're getting an all new interior, cooled seats, rear screen, lots and lots and lots of cool features are coming to Model Y Juniper. And if you want a new Model Y with all the new features, and also you want a newer looking Model Y, you don't want one of the old looking Model Ys, that would be reason enough alone to wait for Model Y Juniper, because I do believe it's going to be worth waiting for and worthwhile given all of the upgrades and features. If the Model 3 is anything to go off of, Model 3 2023, 2024, the Highland refresh is a huge upgrade over the last generation, which should be the exact same story for Model Y. And the third piece of advice here, third thing to consider is sort of your timeline. And this really is gonna kind of narrow down your decision-making ability here. If you have the ability to wait 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, like if you're not in a rush, I personally would wait for the Model Y Juniper refresh. Though if you're looking to buy a new car like, before the end of the year or like more immediately, like within the next 6 months or 5 months or 4 months, then you probably are best positioned to take advantage of the savings now and not wait, because we just don't know when Model Y Juniper is coming. Maybe before the end of the year, so maybe there's a chance we get a 2024 refresh, but most likely going to be 2025. So it all sort of depends on the timeline you've got available to you and how much runway you've got, whether you should buy now or whether you have the ability to wait. As always though, guys, let me know your thoughts down below as sort of your thoughts on this, your thoughts on Model Y Juniper, your thoughts on Model 3 deals and discounts and all that stuff. Is it worth waiting for in your opinion? Is it not? Drop a comment down below and let me know. And if you made it to the very end of the video, I've got a secret you need to know, and that is that you can actually win a Tesla of your choice or $50,000 cash. Yes, you can even win a brand new Cybertruck. This is all made possible by Chicago Chesed and their 10th annual Tesla raffle happening right now. And if you haven't heard of it before, Chesed Chicago is dedicated to helping families in crisis. It's a nonprofit. They're funding 80+ programs and trying to help families get back on their feet by offering goods, services like food, furniture, job placement, and so much more. So if you want the chance to win a Model S, X3, Y Cybertruck, or $50,000 cash, link is down below, and you can get $25 off 2 tickets or $500 off 15 tickets by using my special promo code Robert. Hurry up though, tickets are limited. Only 9,999 tickets will be sold, so get your tickets today. Do not wait. Again, link is down below, and use that special promo code Robert. And if you stay to the very end of the video, 3 simple things you can do to win some free money. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment and tell me what phone you use. Just out of curiosity, let me know you stay to the very end. Use an iPhone, use an Android phone, Samsung, Apple, OnePlus, Google, Pixel. Let me know your thoughts and what phone you use down below, just out of curiosity. Just to let me know you guys stayed to the very end. Thanks guys so much for your support. You guys are amazing. You are awesome. Thank you so much as always. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you all